Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm blind, you see. Completely blind. At the age of 7, my eyes were gouged out by my pet hedgehog Arnold. Oh, but I didn't let that stop me from achieving my dreams of becoming a second-rate PBS narrator. No, sir. Every day, and possibly every month, brave individuals with a myriad of physical and mental disabilities are overcoming institutional obstacles to achieve their lifelong dreams. Today, PBS, in association with NPR, ABC, and LMNOP, are going to go deeper into the life of one whom many see as a trailblazer of overcoming ableist obstacles, Oscar Pistori. No, are we not doing him? Alright, deeper in the life of a trailblazer of serial amputee, Austin Trachea. Austin Trachea was born in Boulder, Colorado in 1989. His mother was an accomplished seamstress and Apache helicopter salesperson, while his father was a Catholic priest, and thus well known to the police. Even from a young age, Austin wanted to play pool. He excelled at the sport from the first moment he picked up a cue. But then, at the age of 9, Austin lost his elbows.
Learning that I had lost my elbows was a real blow. Without my elbows, there was nothing there to, allow me to bend my arms, so, but then I realized that Stephen Hawking was diagnosed with ALS thousands of years ago, and he's famous as shit, so I got right back at it, but I had to learn pretty quickly to play pool without the leisure of bending my arms.
Austin was a natural. He dominated the Colorado U18 state championships and was set to represent the United States at the Olympics. But then, a bizarre gardening accident rendered Austin unable to use his legs, and they had to be amputated.
I don't really remember losing my legs. That was tough. Especially, it was happening at a time when I felt I was coming into my own skill-wise. But then my girlfriend told me that my legs had been turned into healthy garden compost for her garden. So that gave me new life to know that I could be elbowless and legless and still do people good.
Austin returned better than ever, shutting out opponents in 4 matches straight. But soon, another blow came to his career. A visit to the National Institute of Health had concluded Austin had been born without lungs.
Learning that I had been born without lungs was, the news was really sudden, I don't really have any shame in saying that. I took it hard.
While Austin's performance at the Olympics was met with defeat and ignorant memes, Austin used the experience to encourage others with physical disabilities to chase their dreams, regardless of the memes. Many consider this the turning point in breaking down ableist barriers in the sports and entertainment realm. Unfortunately, there would be one final obstacle that would finally end his career. God, an eternal and transcendent being from Wyoming and full-time omnipotent deity, damned Austin's soul.
At that point, I felt like the writing was on the wall. I mean, there's only so many 8 balls you can pocket when you're like me. But I'm proud of what I did. I blazed the trail for other elbowless, legless, lungless, soulless pool players to break through the barriers and make it pro. Wait a minute.
And with good reason. In the stumpy footsteps of Austin Trachea followed many others who would break down the ableist barriers of society today and become some of our most recognizable people. Here are some of the brave souls that were inspired by Austin to become what is proverbially known as the first, despite their disabilities. Merrick Dingy of Dayton, Ohio became the first man to successfully use a catheter while having no genital organs himself. Judith Hammond of Salem, Massachusetts became the first witch to be able to hold her breath underwater for over a day, despite being born with cinder blocks on her ankles. Albert 7 Petroff was the first man with a 6-foot-long neck to survive 1 year in the Serengeti. Reports of him actually being a giraffe are to be destroyed. In January, Seb Mayhew became the first elected official born without a spinal column to hold public office. Surely, the first ever politician to not have a spine. Francine Nightingale in 2011 became the first person to successfully lose a 100-meter dash to a plunger. In that same year, Sam the Plunger became the first plunger to win said race, in a brave rejection of claims that he had, quote, no motor functions or muscle tissue or any cognitive functions whatsoever. A strange man known simply as Dongle has made a name for himself as a successful commercial airline pilot. Since the age of 15, he has been completely blind. Ralph Sondheim, world-famous TV quiz show host and philanthropist, is actually a banana slug. Pete Weathers became the first wombat to represent Belize at the United Nations, despite limited understanding of Keynesian economics and civilization in general. And lastly, Jacob Bachman, renowned children's author and illustrator, who, at the age of 14, was diagnosed with communism. Yes, these are all wonderful and believable tales of those who were brave enough to do what others said they could not. So from me to you, the viewer, if you were born without lungs, or if you are a wombat, or if you have been diagnosed with death, there is still every opportunity in the world to say, I shall not be what you define me as. I shall be the fastest plunger in all the land. And I am proud. Yet, none of this would have been possible without Austin Trachea, the stubby wonder.